Art has always been a mirror of society, but what if it could also be a shield for nature? What if every brushstroke carried the power to protect endangered species and inspire conservation? In this episode of the Diary of a Bushman podcast, we sit down with Walyendo Edgar, an artist and social entrepreneur who is transforming creativity into conservation through his powerful concept, art that protects. From his personal journey as an artist to his mission of using art as a tool for environmental advocacy, Walyendo shares how he's bridging culture, creativity, and conservation. Expect to hear stories of resilience, inspiration, and how art can mobilize entire communities to care for the planet we share. Whether you're an art lover, a conservationist, or someone searching for purpose-driven stories, this episode will leave you inspired to see art in a whole new way. Join us on the Diary of a Bushman podcast as we explore how Walyendo Edgar is proving that art doesn't just speak, it protects.
One of the most pressing areas in our generation today is the space of conservation. Very many species are at the blink of extinction, and a lot of environmental degradation is going on all over the world. But did you know that art can be used as a tool for conservation? Welcome to the Diary of a Bushman, a space where we strip life down to its essence, and a place where we explore what really matters. In today's episode, we bring you something really interesting because there is an artist who is using his talent of art to conserve the environment and species that are under threat of extinction. Welcome,
Thank
Mr. Walyendo Edgar.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you
It's
again.
been a while.
Yes.
Yeah, and when I saw part of your work, I was really curious and thought it's something that the world will be really also eager to hear.
Yes.
And here at the Diary of a Bushman, we always try to explore those areas that that contribute to the well-being of others. Case in point, this time around, it's with wildlife and environment.
Yes.
Please, introduce yourself and...
My name is Walyendo Edgar, and I'm an artist. I refer myself to the title of a social artist because I try to create art that creates awareness on social issues as well as environmental issues. Yes, in brief.
Great.
That's where
This is what what you do.
yes.
Yeah, and today I'm really curious. Maybe for me, I know a little bit about you because we've been together for a while. But for someone who doesn't know you, who is Edgar and where do you come from? And what do you do?
Yes, I'm Edgar from Uganda, currently staying in Impigi. Yes, in a bit of context, I'm an artist and I've been an artist for a long time. I think since I can remember.
Oh.
Professionally, I started doing art in 2015 when I joined SINA, the Social Innovation Academy in Impigi. And during this time, I kickstarted a project which I call the Walyendo Gallery. And for so many years, I've been trying to create art and create also awareness with this art on social issues and on environmental issues.
Great.
Yes.
And in your childhood, were you also an artist or?
Yes. Art is, by definition, expression of one's imagination.
Okay.
The difference is that some people tend to realize this at an earlier stage in their lives, some people in the later stages. But some are all of us, in one way or the other, we are artists.
Okay. Because it's really interesting when you hear art. There are very many definitions of art.
Yes.
And to people like us who are not so much into the real details of art, we tend not to understand the differences because you hear painters, they call themselves artists. Then you hear people molding, they call themselves artists. Then you hear musicians, they're also called artists. So just to give us a little bit of context, what kind of art do you specifically do, just to make sure that we know exactly what you work on?
So I practice a lot of visual. I'm a visual artist.
Okay.
And I use painting as my practice. So art has two contexts. There is visual arts and there is performing arts. So I am on the side of visual arts. I create something that you can see, touch, feel. Sometimes I tend to cross also to the performing arts. And performing arts, that side I tend to do social work.
Okay.
Because in performing arts, it's like music, it's like acting, it's like creating art that you cannot see, but you might feel it.
Okay.
You might interact with it more on a psychological, more on a subconscious level. So I am a visual artist, but my work tends to cross across both fields, especially in my conservation works and also my social related life.
Yeah, that's really interesting because you mentioned conservation and the community parts of your art.
Yes.
And this is the reason that I really invited you to come and maybe share with the world, or the viewers of this podcast, about your bringing your art into conservation, because I realized that very many species in the world are currently under threat of extinction. When you look at the mountain gorillas, you realize that it's only less than 1,000 gorillas remaining in the world. When you look at the rhinos, they're also under threat, and very many others world over, not only in Africa. So when I heard that you're doing something like this, it was something that caught my attention as a person who likes conservation and a person who likes these kind of things of trying to share something that brings impact not only to the humans but also to the environment and the world around us. So I was really curious to know how you really connect these two worlds, because art and then conservation and then having them together,
Yes.
it's a combination that is interesting to know about, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you do it?
So like I said, I've been an artist professionally since 2015, but it was not until 2018.
Okay.
We had a tourism expo, and I got a chance to meet one lady called Lily Ajarova.
Okay.
She's, I think, former CEO of Uganda Tourism Board.
I know Lily, yeah.
Now I don't know what she's doing, but she was doing a lot of good work. By the time, she was working with Ngamba Island, a chimpanzee sanctuary that is actually attached to Jane Goodall,
Yeah.
the chimpanzee lady.
Oh, I like this lady.
With the help of Lily, I managed to create some artworks. We created some public art. I created some murals at the island, but also at there's a place where they had like their headquarters in Entebbe.
Okay.
And the purpose of this artwork was to create awareness on chimps and chimps extinction and how endangered they are in the ecosystem.
Okay.
And since that day, I've been doing a lot of research and a lot of reading and a lot of research, especially around endangered species.
Okay.
And I noticed that a lot of animals, wild animals, kind of going into extinction.
Yeah, very many.
Yeah, it's not the species that are just disappearing, but it's a wound that is being created in the ecosystem, and somehow I was very touched by that. So I imagined a world where an artist can come up to create awareness, not just to create awareness, but also to be to imagine a way these animals can live in harmony with human beings, and somehow without also going into extinction.
Okay. And this is where you drive your inspiration to.
Yes.
Oh, well, wow, that's really interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. And I had you currently doing something with with the rhino conservation.
Yes.
Do you want to take us through
Yes. So
what you're doing with the rhinos?
So since 2018, we've been having a theme called Art That Protects. Art That Protects is a theme I'm currently working on. I'm working on a series of artworks that are creating awareness on endangered species, especially the rhino this time. At first it was the chimps, but now, now we are shifting to the rhinos because I was very concerned about some current poaching activities that are kind of claiming a lot of the lives of these rhinos. And there's even a UN report that is very disturbing to read about poaching. And I created an artwork called Let the Rhino Sleep. So the artwork features a ranger holding a rhino in his left arm, left palm, and the rhino is sleeping in a very comfortable position, as the way they usually sleep. And he has the right arm acting as an umbrella over the rhino, and 3 drones above in the sky. This represents protection, care, and a little bit of activism towards the conservation of rhinos. So this painting is a tribute to rhino conservation, and under a program that was launched by Regenerative Safari. The program is mainly encouraging the use of technology, especially drones and GPS belts, and the need to teach or train rangers in how to use this technology to better support rhino conservation. Yes.
So you're trying to say that this, trying to connect the technology into rhino conservation.
Yes.
Or do you stop only on rhino conservation, or it goes beyond only rhinos, but also later to other species as well?
Currently, I'm having a big focus on rhinos. But yes, our conservation, especially under the theme of Art That Protects, goes beyond rhinos. Later, we're thinking of exploring other species globally, like pandas, like kangaroos.
I like kangaroos.
In Australia. We want to go back a little bit to the gorillas. Because they are one of the most also endangered species, like the rhino. And
that's really interesting, because you realize that when you try to incorporate technology, because we live in a world of technology currently, with AI and all this technology around us. So if you could also incorporate it into conservation, I think it's a good mix. Because the world is evolving, and you need to evolve with it. So I think it's a good message that you're putting out there. However, I'm curious to know that how would you invite the general public to participate in this kind of conservation work? What's your plan?
So yes, to the general public, rhino conservation or conservation of wildlife is a very important topic. Because wildlife is not just only part of the ecosystem, but once these animals go extinct, we leave a very big carbon footprint that affects our ecosystem as well, and our natural memory, I would say.
You've actually shared something that you're doing from your art side and from the conservation side. But the viewers of this podcast and the listeners, maybe would you have something for them in case they also want to join this conservation work through art? So do you have a provision for them to also participate? Because I'm aware there are very many good people out there who are willing to participate into environmental conservation in different capacities, but maybe they don't know how. So do you have a provision for them as well?
Yes. For Art That Protects, we are creating digital artworks like the one you saw. And
so this is a digital.
Yes, it's a digital painting. I painted it on my laptop, And one way they can support, or one way everyone can be part of our cause, especially to support rangers with the right technology to support in the rhino conservation. Currently, most rangers dwell on guerrilla tactics to fight poachers. It's one of the biggest threats to these animals. And to support the program, we're thinking of at least buying a few drones for the program and for the rangers, as well as help the regenerative safari to conduct trainings on how the rangers can use the drones and the technology that will be required. We approximately trying to raise up to $20,000 US. We're thinking of buying about 10 drones. But also supporting the training of the use of this technology. The general public can support through one. You can buy an actual art print of this specific artwork and more artworks that we are going to be creating. A print goes for as low as $42 only. That's approximately 150,000 Ugandan shillings, and can go up to $100 for even a larger artwork. And shipping is available for all people from around the world, and for in whichever country you're coming from. On top of that, we've created an NFT.
That's interesting.
Yes, we've created a digital currency or wallet. And this is going to support in the fundraising and continuous fundraising of this program. And we are currently uploading these artworks, and the link is going to be shared, and a few simple step-by-step guidelines that will help you buy the NFT or invest in the NFT. 100% of these funds is still going into the conservation. So I welcome the general public to buy art prints, to also buy NFTs or invest in NFTs of the Let the Rhino Sleep and other few more artworks that are coming up to support our program and support the rhino sleep in peace.
That's really interesting, because when you bring in the art, when you bring in the now with the NFTs and then with people purchasing these artworks, I think then you've given very many alternatives for the public to also participate. And I invite the general public to support these kind of initiatives, because it's a collective responsibility that we have as the humans to protect these other species. And when an artist like Edgar comes out and they create something like this, I would invite us to support his work that also supports the conservation. So basically, support the conservation through this channel of art that protects, right? That's really interesting, and I really appreciate that. However, I know artists are very creative people in different capacities, and I would like you to share with us some of the things you artists think that can be really of value to the people. Any attribute that you think would be nice for the viewers to try out or to check out.
I believe every one of us is an artist.
Really?
Yes. And if you can, we call it if you can admit that you're an artist, you actually feel it yourself. So I encourage everyone to think, to imagine, to ideate in their subconscious mind the best ways they can support.
So it starts from the subconscious mind?
It starts with you yourself. Believing that you're an artist, believing that you can create some change, believing that you can also be a thinker. Like every artist. Because it always starts with thinking, imagining. Maybe you could be imagining a rhino in a hotel
Okay.
You could imagine a rhino in a swamp. You could imagine a rhino having families.
Okay.
Then the more you imagine it, the more the picture becomes clear to you. And that's how even Art That Protects started.
Okay.
It started with an imagination, an idea that we had long time ago on how art can be part of so many topics that might not relate to it so directly, and somehow it's becoming more and more clear on how we can bring ourselves in.
Okay, so basically anyone can be an artist.
Yes.
So you mean I can also make something like that, or I can be an artist in a different capacity?
You've branded yourself as the Bushman.
Yeah, because I am.
Before the Bushman title, you were someone else. But you imagined that part of you, and you brought it to life.
Yeah, because this Bushman part of me is something that I really connect with, because the world refers to our cultures as the Bushmen. Okay, we live in the bush for sure, just like the all native humans used to. And yeah, so I thought in this modern day and era where our cultures are fading out, so it would be nice to bring out that kind of that identity. Yeah, that hey world, I know you guys are into all these. The world is moving so fast with the AI and the social medias.
Yes.
So these traditional local cultures are somehow being phased out.
Phased out, yeah.
So it's my obligation as someone who is passionate about traditional cultures and native and such stuff. To me, it was like an obligation to bring it back to life.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why I try to always identify as a Bushman. Try to preach the Bushman philosophies of life.
Yes, yes.
Because in my personal opinion, I have a feeling that the Bushman had less in terms of resources and possibilities than us today. But then you realize that the Bushman was more fulfilled.
Yes.
When you hear through my research and work with the native Bushmen, you realize that these guys are more fulfilled than us today. Yeah. The depression levels now are like skyrocketing. Stress is all over the air.
Yes.
But the Bushmen had the depression levels were really low in this time. And you ask yourself why. So maybe something we are missing out something. There's something we are missing out from the ancient world that would be of value to this world.
To this world, yes. Yeah. I think it's a good thing, that it's a good way of trying to find a fuse for both. Because long time ago, people didn't have technology. Yeah,
I think it was there, but in a different format.
In a different format. I mean, let's say modern technology. Yeah, and I think, for example, traditionally, I would have made this with brushes, acrylic paint, oil paint, but I did the artwork with a computer.
Okay.
And yes, it's perfect to me, and I believe it's ready to go outside there, and it's ready for it to be appreciated.
Okay.
So I would say that technology can be used as a tool to enhance our abilities.
Okay.
So for example, as a Bushman, if you're in the bush and you have a drone up there, maybe it offers extra security.
Okay.
If a Maasai is in the jungle and the lion is somewhere, he has already seen it.
Yeah, we in fact we Bushmen we use our natural abilities, things like intuition, instinct, and we use these things. So these are our technology basically.
Okay.
So I would feel if there's something wrong in my space and act accordingly. If it means running away, I would not run away, but I would move away very fast. So we Bushmen, that was our technology, but the world is evolving, and it's our obligation to try and adapt to these new technologies, but also not to forget our native ways of life. So it's really important that we try to fuse the two.
And yeah, you artists are the guys that always shape society.
We try.
Yeah. And not even from now, like not even in this generation.
Yes.
From the previous generations, the artists were the guys that shaped,
Yes.
like perception, shaped what the general public.
Even reality itself.
Really, even reality.
Itself, yes.
Tell us more about this.
Today, this would have been a backcloth. Like years ago, this would have been a backcloth. Today, it's the same idea, but in cotton.
Okay, okay.
That's a shift in reality. Like,
So someone put art there.
Yes.
And then they shifted the reality.
Yes, with art you can always create change. That change can sometimes change perceptions.
Okay.
It can change mentalities. It can change even realities.
Okay.
Etc. Etc.
Yeah. Do you have any story in history that was influenced by art and changed the reality? Is there any?
This is one picture.
Okay.
Okay. Have you watched Mickey Mouse?
Mickey Mouse.
Yes.
Yeah. When we were young, we didn't have a television at home,
Yes.
but in the neighborhood, there was a family with television, and most of us tried to befriend.
Yes.
the
So
kids
today
from-
we have Netflix.
Yeah.
We have I don't know how many other streaming channels for movies.
very many.
But did you know that streaming started with drawing picture by picture, and they created what we call motion pictures?
Okay.
So I can draw like this.
Uh-huh.
I draw the next picture like this. Draw the
Okay.
next picture like this to make this movement.
Okay.
Now-
Now someone is making like a walk or something like
Yes.
this. Okay.
So a lot of artists those days would sit in rooms and draw the entire movie of Mickey Mouse picture by picture.
Picture by picture.
Yes.
And then these movies were even running for
For years and
like the movie would run for
hours.
Hours.
Yes.
So these guys do picture by picture.
by picture.
Wow.
But before that, you would only look at a picture,
Okay.
and let's say a picture of Mickey Mouse and something, and appreciate that. Some artists stood out and said, you know what, I can create motion in that picture.
Wow.
Fast forward, we have Netflix.
Wow. So these guys could it's more like giving life to something that is
Exactly.
Still.
It's still, yes, that is still, and also trying to create an illusion out of a still image. So
that's creepy.
so you see how we go from an idea
Okay.
through art,
Okay.
and now it's something completely different. These days we have filmmakers, we have sometimes these people don't even identify themselves as artists.
But they are actually artists.
They're actually typical artists.
So there are many artists out there, but they don't know that they're
Real
artists.
yes.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I think it's important, one, to want to teach art, and also to adapt to the idea that we can all be artists.
So basically everyone can be an artist.
Yes, every creative, every innovator, every person can be an artist. If you feel you're not,
Okay.
I would invite everyone to try and work with one, because artists on a daily basis exercise and challenge their creativity.
So they keep challenging their creativity.
Yes. So whichever challenge or issue, social issue, environmental,
Yeah.
you'll be surprised what an artist can think of as a solution to that specific.
Wow. But I'm really this is a topic that is really interesting, because when I hear you say something like this, then I believe maybe I'm also an artist,
Yes.
but I don't know.
You are an artist.
Okay, I'll take that. Yeah, and I'm really happy that you took this line of conservation.
Yes.
And as a person who is really interested in these conservation topics, to me I feel really touched and really blessed for someone like you to come out, because you would be doing maybe something in entertainment or
Yes.
something in whatever, but then you choose the line of conservation and empowerment. Yes, Edgar, I was following your work, and then I realized that you guys were also in India, and I read a little bit of what you guys were doing there, and I was so curious. Maybe you want to share with us
what did you guys do in India?
Yes, I went to India for the first time in 1819, and throughout till 2020 before COVID came, and later again in 2022. In India, we were invited for the first time under what you used to call the Global Art Festival.
Okay.
Well, that was happening in a state called Gujarat. It's in the north, close to the border of Pakistan and India, and it was a very amazing experience. We're over 20 artists, 20 to 40 artists, both local and international artists.
Okay. So the best artists, or
no, at first it was more, yes, they were good artists. I'm not sure if they were the best, but yes, we were invited from, I think, about 16 countries from outside, and a lot of local Indian artists.
Okay.
So we happened to be invited by Gujarat Tourism.
Okay.
The tourism, I think it was a ministry. In our language here, it would be like a ministry of tourism for that specific state. And the goal was to work and create some art in a place called Kutch. It was a salt desert.
Okay.
And during that time, the goal, I think, was to enhance the tourism of that area, and also be part of reviving Kutch, which is a salt desert, as a more touristic place, and create an experience for the people who are visiting that area.
Okay, and guys, we are painting on the walls, or we are doing
For
something?
the first time, it was more like live art with small canvases, and later on, we pitched to work with a lot of African artists for another camp, because there was that same year India was celebrating 150 years of the Mahatma, and still with the support of Gujarat Tourism and I think the Gandhi Museum, we were supported to go back, but this time around only African artists.
Okay, it was only from the African artists?
Yes, the second one was only from African artists.
Okay.
And this one was to work around the topic of Gandhi and the story of Gandhi, but still under tourism and under the museum of Gandhi.
Because even in Uganda, do you realize we have a monument of Gandhi?
Yes, at the Nile.
At the river Nile.
There is also the foot, I think, I don't know, of a certain priest who stepped in that area. There is like a small monument of his feet. I don't remember his name, but next to Gandhi. Then, because of the success of the art camp that we had pitched, we were also required to recreate Global Art Festival, the second edition. So at first we only 2 African artists in the Global Art Festival, the first one, but in the second one it was almost 50% African artists because of I guess the results
from the
African artists, yes. And of course we also had artists from Mexico, from Chile, from Mexicali, from I think UK, and a few from Germany. So they are from basically all over the world. Yes, it was a global art festival, so meaning people from around the world.
And you were also part of this?
Yes, and the goal now became more and more clear to want to enhance tourism and market the areas of the state that were touristic, like the step wells, some ancient old temples, some religious related places.
Because India is really big in religion.
Very big in religion. Because they have Hinduism a lot, and I think Islam, I would say, somehow.
But they have quite a lot, right?
Yes, they have a lot of
different religious beliefs and systems.
Yes, they have a very serious culture, a belief that is attached to religion.
Because India is really rich in this area. Not only the spices. So later in 2022, we, based on all the work we did at the beginning, in 2020, before COVID came, we were invited to a new state that was in eastern India called Odisha.
and we visited a small town called Jajpur, where we were tasked to create public art. This included sculptures and extra large murals.
Okay, extra large murals.
Very big murals, 40 meters high, 45 meters, 60 meters high murals.
Did you paint them on a crane, or how was it?
I used scaffolding.
Okay.
Scaffolding, they put like metal pipes, and then you paint a very large image. And most of these images were in public places. And later on, the sculptures that were being created were for a new touristic place that was being built in that area.
Wow.
And I'm sure right now it's there. You can actually visit and see those artworks and the places themselves that were being created. So the goal was, one, to support tourism, and also to create a little bit of those touristic places.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, when you talk tourism, you speak to my heart.
Yes.
Because I like tourism because it's a good way of preserving culture, preserving nature.
Yes.
Because you realize that tourism, it's built on nature and culture.
Yes.
So when it's booming and when it's handled really well, the culture and the environment are also protected somehow by default.
So, for example, the sculptures, we created the artworks based on the theme of upcycling, where we created artworks from metal scrap, car tires, extremely old wood, and the goal was to also exhibit that car tires, mostly car tires, and the scrap can be used to create something that can become a long-lasting legacy.
Okay.
So we're creating very large sculptures.
Wow.
We recycled or upcycled a huge number of car tires and a very large amount of scrap.
Wow. Yes. I would like to have a look at some of these sculptures once again.
Yes.
Because I saw some and I could not imagine. At some point I thought these images were exaggerated or something like this. But when I hear it from you, who was part of the team that was doing it.
Yes. Right now you can actually check out the artists that we're with, especially the ones that were doing the sculptures. Most of them went from Nigeria.
Okay.
And they're working with an artist called Dotun Popola. You can look him up.
From Niger.
From Nigeria, and he's creating this thing called the Scrap Art Museum. Okay. And you can have an actual feel of what we are talking about.
Great.
Yes.
I think this means a lot.
Yes.
This means a lot to not only to the conservation, but also to your legacy and all that.
Yes.
Do you mind about legacy, or?
I think art itself, by default, will create a legacy.
By default?
By default, an artist or art itself, for as long as you're practicing it. Okay. If you don't let it die, by default, it creates a legacy.
Because when you look at in my understanding of the artist, we celebrate people like Da Vinci, people like these big names of in art. But then I'm starting to get a feeling that there are many people who were artists but
go unnoticed
and unappreciated.
Exactly, because they created in their rooms, in their houses, for themselves.
Okay. But maybe we are using their art today, but
we might not even be aware.
So these guys just went unnoticed.
Exactly. So for as long as, I think it depends on one's perception towards the art itself. Okay. Some people create it as a hobby. Some people, like I would like to see my art creating change. I would like to see my art go into the public and create something that will live forever. Okay. Because of course the goal is not that we live forever, but create something that will
outlive us.
Yes. So I try to create my art that it can also outlive me, but also I want it to be able to create change. I want it also speak volumes. I want it also try and touch someone's heart, or change a situation.
Oh wow!
In any way that it could. Maybe it could spark an innovation. Maybe it could be a birth of a new invention. Maybe it can start thought. Because when you saw this picture, we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
So maybe an artwork can be source of inspiration to something that is actually or something that is a stepping issue for too long.
Yeah, that's something really interesting, and for sure, like you said, it's by default that the legacy somehow has to be created.
Yes.
Because when it's good and
even when it's bad.
Even when it's bad.
Yes, because art, sometimes people think it has to always be good, but sometimes art can be bad actually.
So there's bad art.
There is no bad art, but it can create a bad legacy.
Okay, bad legacy. Yeah. I remember, I don't know that this line is still valid. They always used to tell us that every mistake in art is a design.
Yes.
I thought these guys were just trying to find a way out of doing bad decisions or something not so nice.
So if you look at this design, maybe someone just made this at first.
Just one.
Yeah. So when you copy this a lot of times, then it becomes a design or a motif.
Okay.
You get what I mean? Like a mistake to become a design, it has to be repeatedly done in a uniform manner and in an organized way. Then
becomes it shifts from a mistake to a design.
Yes. It's the same way. It's the same way you could say I walked from here, from Mpigi to Kampala, but I didn't know the way, so I took shortcuts. But somehow you mastered the route.
Okay, so it was a mistake.
But then the next time you realize that every time I walk using that shortcut, I save time than using the main route.
Okay.
So then you advise a lot of people to take the same route.
Wrong decision you made in the first place.
So now you realize that the wrong decision starts to become what you're calling a legacy if you keep on doing it.
It's really interesting that you artists always find like the way you navigate it in a positive way. Because I was reading something that that the lawyers they keep their mistakes in the prisons.
Yes.
And then the doctors they bury their mistakes.
Yes.
When the doctor makes a mistake, they
have to bury it.
They have to bury the mistake. And when the lawyer makes a mistake, they have to keep it in prison.
Yes.
Yeah. But when the artist make a mistake, then it becomes a design.
It becomes a design.
Okay, guys, we could call it a wrap from there. And I'm really excited, and I want us to keep the discussion moving. You can share what you would like Edgar to throw more light on, because at least I'm lucky that I know him on a personal level. I can always invite him when he has time, and then he comes and then share more about this concept of art that protects. So please keep the discussion going, and let us know what we can always improve and what we can always work on, and what topics you would like us to tackle. Because the more you engage, it's the more the channel gets bigger, and in return, it's the more impact we can put out there in your lives and the lives of the people and environment around us. So that was it from Edgar, and we shall let him check us out. You have any checkout line or something you want to leave us with?
I would say conservation and art can be one thing, and I believe once this connection is met, there is a lot of that can be created out of it.
Wow, you heard it from him. Conservation and art can always run hand in hand. And then something interesting was that he told us that everyone is an artist. So that means everyone can participate in conservation through your art. So it's a matter of finding your art and then fuse it with conservation in your capacity. Otherwise, thank you for watching us and listening to us from the different platforms, and we encourage you to keep locked and keep sharing what's on your mind, and then we can always grow together. Otherwise, from us to you, we thank you for keeping with us till this long. And yeah, we want to call it a checkout. And see you. Ciao.